Hey Bears fans, let's dive straight into what has been one of the more puzzling storylines of this season. DJ Moore and his role in the Chicago Bears offense. It has been a season full of ups and downs, surprises and frustrations, and when you take a close look at Moore's performance, you can't help but ask whether the team is fully maximizing the talent they are paying top dollar for. Through 13 games, the numbers tell a story that is more reminiscent of a secondary receiver than someone who commands the kind of attention a high-end wideout is supposed to get. Right now, DJ is on pace for roughly 700 receiving yards and 4 touchdowns, which, for a player of his caliber and salary, falls short of expectations. It's not like he hasn't had flashes. There have been games where he has shown what he can do, but those moments are sprinkled unevenly throughout the season, leaving fans wondering if there's more to the story than just what's happening on the field. Week by week, the inconsistency is apparent. There are games where he looks like he could be a true factor, catching 4 passes for 73 yards or scoring a rushing touchdown and looking explosive in open space. Then there are stretches where his involvement is minimal, leaving you scratching your head, especially in games where the primary receiving options are injured or unavailable. Against teams where the Bears needed a spark, Moore has often been a non-factor, leaving fans and analysts alike asking why a player with his skill set isn't consistently more integrated into the offense. And it's not just about raw talent. It's about how the team chooses to deploy him. In games without key players like Darnell Mooney, you would expect Moore to see more targets, more opportunities to make plays, yet sometimes the scheme seems to intentionally funnel opportunities elsewhere, leaving him with limited touches that come mostly in contrived or gadget-style plays rather than natural downfield threats. There are plenty of theories floating around about why this is happening. Some suggest it might be a matter of fit within Ben Johnson's offense. Others speculate about a lack of chemistry with Caleb Williams or question whether Moore himself has declined as a player. But when you look at the evidence, it seems clear that there are structural limitations in how he's being used. He is not consistently the first read, not the primary option designed into the majority of plays. Even when he runs solid routes, the ball often doesn't come his way. Some plays make it appear as if he is a 4th or even 5th option in the progression, practically guaranteeing that he won't touch the ball on crucial downs. And this is particularly glaring when you consider his abilities after the catch. His skill in breaking tackles and creating separation in open space is something the Bears could exploit more often if they leaned into him as a focal point of the offense. This season has included some interesting experiments, with Moore lined up in running back packages and given chances on screens and shovel passes. While these plays show creativity, they don't fully tap into what he can offer as a traditional wide receiver. The downfield threat, the consistent presence across the formation, and the ability to command attention from defenders are underutilized. When you combine that with his salary, which reflects the expectation of a top-tier contributor, it raises legitimate questions about the strategy being employed. Is it a matter of trust? Does Caleb Williams hesitate to go to him as a primary read? Or do the coaching staff schemes simply not prioritize him in a way that aligns with his skill set? Whatever the reasons, it's clear that the production so far has been underwhelming relative to the investment the team has made. Adding another layer to the story, Moore's past performance in Carolina illustrates that he can be a consistent and high-level contributor. He has put up seasons that show he can dominate and make a difference at the highest level. And even in his first year with the Bears, there were flashes that indicated he could be a true number 1 option. Yet in 2025, the combination of scheme choices, offensive priorities, and perhaps other intangibles has resulted in a year that leaves fans questioning whether he is being fully leveraged. Some might argue that the team simply has too many mouths to feed, too many new pieces being integrated, or that injuries have disrupted rhythm. While all these factors might play a part, the pattern suggests a broader issue with how he is viewed within the current offensive framework. It's not as if Moore hasn't had opportunities to show his capabilities. He's shown excellent attitude, professionalism, and leadership within the locker room, all of which speak volumes about his character. But football is ultimately a results-driven sport, and on the field, the production hasn't matched the expectation for someone of his pay grade. The next 4 games of the regular season take on added significance, as they represent the window for Moore to demonstrate that he can be a true game changer for the Bears. Whether through design plays, getting touches early and often, or being integrated as a central part of the passing attack, there's a clear need for him to step up if the team hopes to make a deep push in the postseason. Looking at the numbers and the way games have unfolded, it's easy to see why fans are frustrated. Against the Packers, for example, he recorded negative yardage on his lone reception in a game where the Bears needed production and his involvement could have made a difference. These situations highlight the disconnect between his abilities and his usage. Even when his routes are clean, his speed and athleticism ready to create explosive plays, the opportunities just don't seem to align. In some ways, it raises questions about the offensive philosophy, whether it's a matter of miscommunication, misalignment, or a strategic decision that prioritizes other players over maximizing Moore's talent. Whatever the reason, the result is a season where one of the Bears' highest-paid offensive weapons has not consistently impacted games in the way the team or the fans had hoped. And yet, there is reason for optimism. Moore has the tools to turn this around. His route running may not be elite, but his physical skills, ability to gain yards after contact, and experience at the professional level make him capable of producing game-changing moments if given the chance. The Bears have an opportunity to adjust, to create situations that allow him to showcase his strengths, and to integrate him as a more central part of the offensive game plan. With the playoffs approaching, time is of the essence, and the coaching staff will need to ensure that Moore is not just a gadget player, but a legitimate threat who can help drive the team forward. As we move deeper into the conversation about DJ Moore, the pressing question becomes not just why he hasn't been more productive, but how the Bears can extract more from him in the final stretch of the season. The next 4 games are critical, and it's clear that this isn't just about individual talent. It's about alignment, opportunity, and play design. Moore has proven that he can create explosive plays when given the chance. And in a league where defenses adjust quickly, having a player like him on the field consistently could tilt games in the Bears' favor. But so far, it feels like the connection between his skill set and the offensive scheme is missing something essential. Weeks go by where the team relies heavily on other options, sometimes to the detriment of maximizing yardage and momentum. Even in moments where Moore shows potential, he often ends up as a secondary or tertiary read, not the centerpiece he has been in prior seasons, leaving fans to wonder if this team is fully committed to getting the best out of one of their most expensive and talented players. One angle that cannot be ignored is the relationship with the quarterback, Caleb Williams. Chemistry between a quarterback and receiver can make or break opportunities, and while there have been glimpses of connection, the consistency hasn't been there. Plays that could feature Moore as a key target often see the quarterback looking elsewhere, or Moore becomes part of a gadget play that limits his potential impact. This is particularly curious when you consider the offensive philosophy that Ben Johnson has emphasized: yards after catch, creating mismatches, and using athleticism to generate big plays. Moore fits that profile perfectly, yet the actual game plan seems to underutilize him in those scenarios. There's a tension here between what he can offer and how he's being used, and it's one that the coaching staff needs to reconcile quickly if the Bears want to make a serious postseason push. Even with these challenges, Moore's versatility is undeniable. He can line up in the backfield, motion across formations, or work the middle of the field in a way that draws defenders and open space for others. The issue isn't that he lacks ability. It's that the plays designed for him have often been predictable or too limited to fully exploit his talents. Screens, shovel passes, and occasional touches out of the backfield are fun, but they don't make him a true game-breaking threat week after week. In prior seasons, Moore has shown that he can dominate when the game plan centers around him, and that kind of production is exactly what the Bears need as they try to secure a top playoff spot. The frustration for fans is real because they know the potential is there. It's just a matter of unlocking it in the right moments and consistently throughout games. It's also worth considering the broader context of the Bears' offense. Injuries, new acquisitions, and the integration of multiple skill players have created a crowded landscape for targets. Darnell Mooney's absence due to injury, along with the emergence of younger receivers, has shifted priorities and limited Moore's opportunities. Yet, Even in games where those factors should have worked in his favor, he has struggled to make a significant impact. There are instances where the offense is moving the ball effectively, yet Moore's involvement is minimal, which raises questions about decision-making and trust from the coaching staff. It appears that in some situations, he is treated more as a situational player than a primary offensive weapon, and that role simply does not match the expectations set by his contract and past performance. This discrepancy between talent and utilization has implications beyond the current season. With 4 regular season games remaining, the Bears have a chance to recalibrate and get more involved, but it also raises strategic questions for the future. If he continues to be underutilized or fails to produce at a high level, the team may consider reallocating resources or exploring other avenues to strengthen the offense. But for now, the immediate focus has to be on maximizing his role in the here and now, getting him involved early in games, designing plays that let him attack the defense vertically, and making him a reliable target in critical situations could have a direct impact on the Bears' playoff positioning. It's a delicate balance, but one that could define the team's postseason trajectory. Another aspect of Moore's situation is the psychological side. Players who aren't consistently targeted can sometimes lose rhythm, which can affect performance and confidence. For someone like Moore, who has the capability to turn a single play into a game-changing moment, being sidelined or underutilized can create frustration and limit his effectiveness. Yet, he has reportedly maintained professionalism and a positive locker room presence, demonstrating that his mindset remains strong even amid inconsistency. This is an important factor for coaches to consider. The mental and emotional readiness of a player who is capable of producing explosive plays needs to be matched with opportunities on the field. Otherwise, talent goes to waste, and the team misses out on what could be a key advantage in close games. It is also essential to examine the impact of scheme and play calling. There have been criticisms that Moore is not being used as a primary red, and the examples are clear. On many crucial downs, he is 3rd, 4th, or even 5th in the quarterback's progression. This limits his opportunities and restricts his ability to make significant contributions. The contrast between how he has been used in prior systems versus the current offense highlights that this is not a question of talent, but of deployment. There's a real opportunity for the Bears to adjust, to create game plans that play to Moore's strengths, and to ensure he is not just a gadget player, but a central figure in the offensive attack. If implemented correctly, this could unlock big plays and change the dynamic of games in the final stretch. Looking ahead, the Bears face a situation where Moore must become more integrated into the offense. With 4 games left in the regular season, the window to make an impact is narrow. Fans and analysts alike will be watching closely to see if the coaching staff can adjust the game plan, if Caleb Williams can develop stronger chemistry with Moore, and if the team can finally unleash the full potential of one of its most talented offensive weapons. The stakes are high, and the decisions made in these next few games could define not only the Bears season, but also the future trajectory of Moore's role with the team. There is no doubt that the capability is there. Now, it's about opportunity, execution, and consistency. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Chicago Bears. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The football world is buzzing with a low, persistent rumble surrounding the Bears, a team that suddenly finds itself at the center of whispered conversations and sideline glances. Word around league circles is that the organization has made several sweeping internal changes, quietly, deliberately, and with an urgency that suggests something big is brewing beneath the surface. No official statement has been offered, but insiders insist these aren't routine adjustments or mere housekeeping. The moves are described as structural, strategic, and, according to one source who spoke only on background, the kind of thing that shifts a team's entire trajectory. What exactly the Bears are planning remains a mystery, yet the implications have analysts dissecting every clue they can find. There are murmurs of reworked responsibilities within the coaching staff, hints of a philosophical shift in how personnel decisions are made, and speculation that key veterans have been pulled into unexpected closed-door conversations. Even players have been unusually tight-lipped, with several reportedly instructed to stay focused and stay patient, a vague directive that has only intensified curiosity. Some believe this sudden wave of change signals an aggressive push toward redefining the team's identity, possibly in response to internal assessments that certain long-standing habits were holding the franchise back. Others suspect that upper management is bracing for a major move that could ripple through the entire roster. Perhaps a shocking trade, perhaps a bold scheme adjustment, perhaps something even more dramatic. The truth is that no one outside the inner circle seems to know for sure. Yet the atmosphere around the Bears training facility has shifted. Scouts have been seen lingering longer than usual. Assistants have been staying late into the night. A few younger players appear to be getting more one-on-one attention than normal, which has fueled theories about future lineup shakeups. And while nothing tangible has surfaced, every small detail is being magnified by an audience eager to understand what the Bears are quietly constructing. If these rumblings amount to nothing, it will go down as one of the strangest false alarms in recent memory. But if the whispers prove true, the Bears might be on the verge of a transformation that could reshape not only their season, but their direction for years to come. For now, the league watches, waits, and wonders what exactly these serious implications will turn out to be. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Chicago Bears, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.